Nikon launched the D5 and D500 earlier this year. So, based on that, how have you seen DSLR sales growing, or how have you seen DSLR sales in India react?
For the market size for pan-India, we saw last year's quantity market size is around 4.2 lakh.
Okay.
And then this year, we expect 5 lakh for this fiscal year. So means around 10% or more than 10% growth, 15% growth we expect for this year. Yes, and then especially D500, as you mentioned, it is our flagship model, our full-frame FX, and then DX flagship. We expect these two models very much.
So these are the figures for the DSLR cameras, right? So what about the mirrorless segment? How is Nikon performing with the mirrorless cameras?
See, mirrorless as a segment compared to DSLR is very small. Although we have a Nikon 1 series which is there in that segment.
Yeah.
So like right now we have Nikon 1 J5 which is close to 25,000 kind of MRP. Then we have Nikon 1 V3 and Nikon 1 AW1.
Yeah.
So we have models available, but that category is still very, very small and it is taking its own time to go further. So we expect that or anticipate that in coming near future, maybe down the line 1 year, 2 years, it will keep on growing, but that base is small, very small compared to DSLR.
So do you expect the mirrorless camera user base to be small in comparison to DSLRs all along?
Not all along, but I'm saying the way at least we see consumers here and consumer preference in India. They like DSLR very much, and the DSLR quality they are preferring and they are liking over the, you can say, small form factor product, which is mirrorless, or we have Nikon 1 series in that. And touching about the D5 and D500 as you touched, it is very, very recent. It's not that in this year earlier we launched it. We made announcement earlier. D5 is just maybe a 1 month kind of thing when we started the sales. And D500 yet to have a sales start. Maybe very soon we can expect. And in India also we'll start the sales.
So, say over the last 5 years, maybe we've seen a lot of DSLR sales increasing in India. You know, even in the commonplace, the more budget segment, like around the 30 to 40,000 margin, a lot of people are buying SLRs. What would you attribute that to? Like, what led to a sudden growth of DSLRs where even compact camera users are shifting to SLRs?
See, I will touch one thing is that in last few years, what has changed? Earlier maybe mainly professionals, but we see they were more comfortable with this product, which gives them, you can say, ultimate satisfaction when it comes to a photography. But in last few years, what has changed is that amateur or first timers or hobbyists buying a DSLR or trying a DSLR has increased. Now this contribution is, I will say, more than 55% or up to 60%, which is coming from this segment. That is what has changed this market. I still feel looking at our compared to our population or looking at population as a whole, still this number is very small. As Ninomiya touched that total it will be say 5 lakh for all brands put together. But market size of 5 lakh is still very small. The kind of potential we have as a country and the kind of destinations or opportunities we offer to capture, to fame or to have photography as a hobby, it is immense. So still this is very small and we feel this should grow from here.
So how much have Nikon's photography workshops been contributing to this? I mean, how do you see first time users coming in, or is it mostly the experienced users? Or
Nikon School Photography Workshops is a very, very unique initiative done by us, and this is a different kind of format we have. Like we have basic, we have photo walk, we have advanced, we have outdoor. So which varies from, you can say, half a day course to, you can say, it will go up to 6 days, 7 days kind of courses available, depending upon the consumer's or individual preference and what he is looking at, what he is seeking at from Nikon. So from basic course to advanced course, everything is available, depending upon the consumer preference. And being a category leader, we feel it is our responsibility as well to reach out to more and more customers, and that's what we are trying through these kind of workshops.
Alright. Is it right to say that there is a difference between the Indian camera buyers and, say for instance, camera buyers based in US or Japan or other countries?
Actually, there's no difference on the product. However, the approach to the consumers is slightly different, such like this kind of DVD tutorials. It is quite unique for the Indian market.
Okay.
And also there's some kind of bundle items like a bag or a SD card. It is also different from other countries.
Okay. So a lot of video consumption is also rising, and a lot of people are shifting to live broadcasting videos or recording videos from locations and instantly uploading. So is Nikon looking to, what is their approach behind DSLR video going into the future?
We are promoting this in a big way. Like many contests, we do it on our SNS or digital platform, where we invite consumers to submit their entries, and we give them due recognition also. So like short film, they are shooting through DSLR. Because DSLR, when you are shooting, I think it's very easy first of all. But there's a difference between this or a mid-frame or high-end product available to shoot the good video.
That's right.
And you don't need a very big team also to shoot a good video from this. And you have a control on different kind of lenses, like you can change it the way, what is your requirement. So such control you are getting when you are shooting a video through DSLR.
Right.
So from us as a brand, we are promoting all our DSLRs are equipped with full HD video or even now 4K also, which is already added with like some of the DSLRs we have just announced. So that way we feel this is a catching up, and this is something which youths and many amateurs are taking up. Apart from that, we have a media as a segment for them also, but we have seen this shift. Like earlier, they were just buying the DSLRs to have the good still images, but now they are using it to capture the short videos, like whatever event or news they are covering, and they upload it on their online channel, as you rightly mentioned.
So is Nikon also looking to maybe incorporate live video features also in its cameras, like live broadcast directly from cameras? Is there something?
We have just announced like D500 and the very good feature of, like you are touching about connectivity. You have to make it easily connected to a smart device at least, from where you can upload it. So that is the Snap Bridge feature which we have recently announced. So you can easily pair with your Android device, and it will stay paired then. So whatever you are shooting or whatever pictures you are having, it will be there in your smart device also, and then you can immediately upload it and use it. Apart from that, yes, some of our DSLRs, they have a wireless adapter available, through which also you can send the data or the videos to your smart device and upload it.
Okay. So looking at 360-degree videos where VR is also on the increase and a lot of people are interested on 360-degree, how are you seeing content increasing in terms of 360-degree videos?
Yes, this kind of content now picking up, and then we already announced our 360-degree camera, but the development. The product name is Key Mission.
Key Mission 360.
And then yes, we understand importance of the 360-degree experience. And then, of course, in near future, we launch this kind of cameras.
Is there an estimated date that you have in mind for launch, or maybe a time frame?
Not yet decided.
Okay. And by when do you expect 360-degree videos to be more mainstream, as in, say, to be freely used by consumers rather than just enthusiasts?
Yes, of course, it depends on the consumer use case. Because until now, this kind of, let's say, action camera is only for the like sports scene or the like how do I say?
Adventure sports.
Adventure sports. But after this kind of virtual reality experience will be expanded to the consumers, that use case is also to be expanded.
Right.
For example, I'm not sure I'm right, but if the Indians consumers can use this kind of 360-degree camera
Right.
on their wedding,
Yeah.
it's quite very
Yeah.
unique use case, and then
That's right.
it's very good.
So, by when do you see more camera hardware related to 360 degree coming out? Like, say for instance, key mission is right now, it's under development, right? It is what Nikon aims to give for the future. But by when do you see 360 degree cameras also lining up as a more commonplace product?
At least for this year, because of some of our competitors already announced, like Samsung or any other LG, any other company already announced that development. So the maybe this year or next year, this kind of camera will be common.
Okay.
And of course, the how experience is more important. Even though we can catch the 360-degree by camera, but how they display,
Right.
how the consumer display that kind of thing, it is also important.
Right. So also, how have smartphone cameras and the flagship smartphone cameras affected the compact range of Nikon's cameras? Say for instance, the entry-level digital cameras. There's been a lot of discussion that a lot of people are choosing to have one smartphone with a camera rather than have a phone and a camera. Have you seen that affect the digital cameras?
See, I will say this category per se. When customer is going for very gadget, I think he is preferring the smart device or smartphone for that matter. Now beyond that, at least one contribution from smart device is that everybody is a photographer.
Right.
So whosoever is taking it as a serious hobby or maybe professional work you want to take up it further, is looking for a serious device which can really capture the good images. But beyond that, just for, you can say, capturing some of the images, yes, people are using the smartphone. At the same time, yes, there is an impact on the compact category, but within, and that too at an entry level as you touched, right? Maybe below 10,000 kind of product.
Right.
But beyond that, yes, we have products available which are in mid and high end of the compact. Where in this kind of image you can capture, where you can see the movie.
Yeah, the
like
super
this
zoom cameras.
P900 or many high end or maybe products available where zoom is much more.
Right.
And a lot of other controls which you are getting on your pictures, images, that will still continue. But yes, at entry level there is an impact is there.
Okay. So looking into maybe say 1 or 2 years into the future, do you expect DSLRs to come with more wireless capabilities, even in say the serious range, maybe say D810 or the D4S, even in those cameras, do you expect it to have more smart capabilities to suit in, or will they still be the dedicated photography devices for serious photographers?
Wireless capability is already there.
For the D4S?
Like D750 for example, I touched it is with built-in Wi-Fi.
Right.
Then for D5 or maybe earlier D4S, the earlier model which we have, there is a wireless adapter available.
Right.
Because when professionals are using it, they immediately want to see it on their monitor, kind of thing. So there is a like wireless device is available where you don't need maybe a wired connection and all.
Right.
So
But do you expect them to have an orientation towards the social media, in the sense that, say for instance, if somebody is shooting with a D4S, you would probably not expect him to upload that photo directly to Facebook because of the photo size, or maybe he is shooting because he's an intent photographer. Do you expect that to change?
it
also?
depends on the purpose of his shooting. If purpose is not for immediate SNS, certainly he will not use it.
Yeah.
Because those are for serious photo shoot and all. Where I think you look at the output and probably what purpose this output is made for. That whole creative, if you don't see, I think you don't use it.
Right.
So it depends on actual usage.
Okay. And okay, just to sum up, where is Nikon standing right now in the camera industry in terms of rankings between companies?
In Indian
India, of course,
Yeah.
number one.
Mhm.
Based on the input data, our share of the DSLR is 55%,
Okay.
as already Sajjan said. And then we aim to same kind of percentage for this year.
Okay. Even say for instance other categories like mirrorless or compact.
No, in compact also we are number one. We have 45% plus market share
Okay.
since last 1 year. So we are maintaining and we are quite confident of to maintain our number one position.
And in terms of the mirrorless cameras.
Mirrorless is, I would say, still that category has to evolve.
Okay.
Certainly, right now numbers are pretty small.
All right.
So maybe too early to comment upon that category as a whole. If numbers are sizable, certainly we'll look into it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.